Hi guys! Recently I was invited to speak at this amazing event organized for shopping malls and retail brands. My lecture was about how a brand can become a true power for a company and also a valuable intangible asset. I love public speaking and I love engaging with the audience. Public speaking is such a great way for me to share my knowledge and experience and help entrepreneurs in creation of meaningful brands, meaningful companies that have a positive impact on the world. I'd love to share this lecture with you, and please leave your comments and ask questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Enjoy watching. Okay, let's start. My name is Seredai. I'm an entrepreneur for the last 19 years here in Dubai. I think I was one of those expat women, crazy expat women at that time who opened a business in Dubai Media City. And I'm still there, and I have several businesses. And one of my main one is the branding agency that I have for the last 13 years. We work across Middle East, and we work with different industries, including retail and including shopping malls. What I truly want you to understand is what brand really is, and that brand is one of the strongest intangible assets that the company has. And it doesn't matter which department you're in, you can take a lot of value out of your corporate brand or your shopping mall or retail brand and make your work more meaningful, more effective, and more financial, even productive. Yeah, brand is the perception that people have about your company, about your services in their minds. It's that emotional feeling that they have. And if the word brand didn't exist, I think the very close word to that would be reputation. And the interesting thing is that with reputation, I can't really control my reputation. I cannot tell you, you have to like me, I have a great reputation, and everyone starts believing me. But I can influence it, right? I can influence it by saying the right things, by, being authentic, saying maybe that I'm a little bit nervous now, talking well, getting dressed well, and so on. I can form that perception in your mind, but I cannot tell you, oh, just believe me, I have a great reputation. I can, but it's meaningless. The same thing with the brands. Brand is not just the marketing discipline. A lot of people still think, and when we get the briefs, that branding is something that to do with marketing department usually creates the brief, they lead the whole project. We create beautiful experiences, brand guidelines, some big marketing campaigns, and then it dies there. And I don't know why, but there's still a lot of companies think that brand is the marketing discipline. But it's not. Brand is that, red thread that goes through all the departments. Finance, even your asset management department, your marketing, your leadership team. Every single department needs to add to do that perception, to create that perception of what our company really is. I have an analogy with a conductor. A conductor has a vision. He wants to interpret the music so the audience will love it, will fall in love with it, right? It's the same thing with brands. That perception that we want to create in people's minds, we want them eventually to love us, to trust us, to love us, and to come back and be our advocates. The same thing with conductor. He creates that vision for the orchestra. Orchestra is like departments in your company. Different musicians, different characters, different expectations, different visions in their own heads. So conductor needs to unify everyone under one bigger vision, that music. The same thing with the company, brand. Brand puts together that vision, mission, and purpose that unites everyone to go under this. So my suggestion to you, if you don't know your vision of the company you're working for or the company you're creating, have a look at it. It will help you a lot. So conductor creates that vision for the company, like the brand. Conductor also has leadership skills, right? So all the musicians, they have different attitudes, different instruments, and sometimes they might not even like what they're doing. So it's the role of conductor to unite, to motivate everyone, to unite under one idea. And that comes with the culture. The same thing with the brand. Brand creates values, or branding exercise creates values, and values are foundation of culture. Conductor also cares about the audience, right? And he organized everyone to have that love, that music, that then audience comes back and listens to. The same thing with the brand. So I think if you stop listening to me after this point, for me the most important as a brand person, as someone who creates business in that arena, for you to remember, every time you hear the word brand, and you feel like you don't want to participate in the exercise or you don't really care, think about this example. Even if you're this department or that department, you either bring value to the brand or you remove the value. At the end of the day, it has the financial implications. I want to give you this example. I think it's very funny. A lot of people do not understand the difference between marketing, PR, and branding. And like I've said, a lot of people think that marketing is branding, but it's different disciplines. So this is a great example by Martin Neumeyer, where if we imagine that the guy is the client, the guy is the company, and the lady is the client. So marketing would look something like that. I'm a great person. I'm a great lover. I'm a great person. The company is saying, who they are really. The advertising will look something like that. Of course, it's taking the idea of that to basics, right? But I think it gives a good differentiation. So advertising will look something like that. I'm so great lover. I'm so great. I'm the best. I'm the best. How would you think PR would look like? So it's somebody else is saying on your behalf, you're a great company, you're a great lover, you're a great person. Now, what about branding? How would branding look like? It will be said by the client. I understand you're the great. Sorry?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth also, yeah. I understand and I'll tell all my friends that you're great. And then if somebody says you're not great, I'll fight first and I'll fight for you and I'll say, no, you're great. As you can see, a lot of Apple lovers, right, the Apple iPhones, they always fight for it. They always know Apple is the best and so on. Very similar. Why do you need to know the evolution of brands? Because I truly want you to understand by the end of this presentation that it is a very strong asset. If you know logically how we got today to where we are, it will help you also to look at your brands, what you're currently creating or you're working for in a different perspective. So the word brand comes from the word, who knows? Brander, to burn. Have you heard that story? Okay. To burn. So about 4,000 years ago, people used to burn cattle, their cows, to show, okay, this cow came from there, and this cow belongs to this person. So it's all started, the story, from the idea of ownership and origins. Just cattle, putting the brand onto the cows. With the birth of marketplace, people realized, especially the Phoenician craftsmen, that if they buy gold and ivory and put things together and create a beautiful products, then they can sell them at a higher price. So adding that value of craftsmanship. And the higher price than if they were buying, just selling it as a raw material. So the idea of craftsmanship and value was created. As the market grew, more competition came. More competition, which means it's more and more difficult to differentiate. So Greek potters realized that depending on what they put on the vases, different classes of people would buy that vase. Yeah, so targeting. So people, warriors would buy more the scenes of war. Women would buy more, life scenes. And that's the whole idea of specialization that we can see even now, right? There was something else came, the idea of symbol. So if this craftsman from that area created this beautiful vase, me buying it and owning it gave me a symbol of status. With the old industrial age, transportation, people started being worried, more competition again. It's always a lot of competition, more and more competition. They've realized, well, they need to protect their investors, they need to protect their products. So the idea of trademarking came. The first trademark, 1876, was, it's interesting that all there were beer products. 76 in London was a brass brewery, and the Czech beer, the first world trademark was Czech beer, Pilsner beer, and they still today trading. So what did give the trademark to them is to make sure that when I buy, it's authentic, it's real. Then, again, the market grew. We received, the new mode of transportation appeared. So the world from global became very small. We could easily transport from one place to another. Again, more competition. Again, difficult to differentiate. So what companies started doing is adding human touches to this. If I'm smoking Marlboro, I'm this kind of elegant woman. If I'm using Maggi while cooking, I'm a good housewife. Do you see the idea how it's being used now? Yeah? It helped them to differentiate. Then it evolved to something even more personalized. Personalized experiences, immersive experiences, individual promises. 1,000 songs in your pocket, Apple, great example. Today, as people want the companies not to be just sell something to be the largest and to make someone rich. They want the companies to do something in this world. And I think one of the greatest examples in the UAE, have you seen the brand, The Giving Movement? I think it's an incredible UAE-born brand under the idea of the Giving Movement, where I think 4% goes to people in need. And everyone who wears that, you know what they believe in. And it's a premium product. I'm sure they make money. So this is where we are today. God knows what will be tomorrow with artificial intelligence and everything what's going on. But I think if you see throughout all the evolution that human touch, human connection, that kind of story and love, it's still there, it's prevailing. Now, what is really today the main problem is the competition. We're still competing more and more and more. And what's happening today, my competitor is not Mohammed next door who is selling the same thing. My competitor is the clutter that's happening in the market. Media clutter, product clutter, feature clutter. We are bombarded with information. So what do? We ignore it. And we choose something that is only important for us. And that's the foundation of brands. That you know exactly what your customer needs, you know exactly what's their pain point, you know where to find them and how to satisfy that to create that love. As simple as that. And it's as difficult as to build. So every brand starts with a brand strategy. So wherever you see the briefs or writing the briefs, never start with a logo or some big slogans. Start with a strategy. Successful company has business strategy. The same thing, brand is built on the strategy, and it's very much connected to your business strategy. It has that kind of connection with your business. It connects with your audience. It shows exactly what your differentiator is. And today it's not enough to say, like 90% of people say, we are very good quality. We're the best quality. We provide the best quality products. Or we have the best product. So that's everyone says, even those who don't. That's not a differentiator. You need to be radically different in order to stick in people's minds and hearts. Brand strategy is something that when it's really hard, COVID, when we didn't know what to do, what's next, it gives you this kind of going back and saying, okay, what's my strength? What's my purpose? What's my vision? It gives you that strength and ideas to overcome the difficult times. And in great times, it gives you inspiration to create, to innovate. It's a great time. I think for the finance department, the most important thing to understand is that a brand is your asset. So when you receive a cost estimate from the agencies of your marketing department that says $500,000 plus, it's not an expense.
We always support that.
Yeah, it's the investment. That's the most important thing. Always find money for the brand. Because what?
It should be productive.
Hmm?
But at the same time, it should be productive.
You should be productive, but that's what, commands a higher price on the market. If your brand is if the brand is done well, it's never-ending process. If everything is aligned, if you know 100% your differentiator, when the time like COVID and difficult time comes, people still would choose you over your competitors. So it's a very strong thing. The only thing, you cannot expect immediate results from it, how we could see from the social media campaign or marketing. So you always need it. 3 things, what every brand is built on, or the strategy. Purpose, why I exist, beyond just making money. And of course, we're all in making money, in the business to make money. But there needs to be something more. People do not just want to make somebody else rich. They want to be part of something good. And it doesn't matter you have 1,000 employees or 3 employees. It's not about that. It's about the attitude. You could just create a very ethical, good culture company. And that's already, its purpose already. So brand purpose, that's your vision, that's your mission there. The next thing is brand identity. And this is where a lot of people think that that's what brand is. That's where your logo, your name come from. That's where your values, your personality is who are you as a brand? Are you funny? Are you serious? Are you innovative? Are you creative? So I have to feel that from the brand. And the third thing, one of the very important, is your radical differentiation that is based on your customers and on the market. Very quick examples. So great purposes. IKEA, to create a better everyday life for the many people. One of the brand purposes I love here is Magical Food. Do you have anyone from Magical Food? Yeah, what's the purpose? To create great moments. Yes. Yeah, I think it's a very beautiful promise, and I think they do a lot. There's always room for improvement, but I think it's a beautiful promise. So I love what Joe Raymond said. Businesses without purpose might make money, but businesses with purpose make a big difference. Identity. There's something, it's a bit of a complex thing to build the identity, but the strength of it, who knows this brand if you don't look at the logo? Hardly, right? This is called identity loyalty. So I'm not loyal to this brand because it's next door supermarket that I go to buy to because of the convenience. I'm loyal because it's the way of my life. Not mine, but as a Harley Davidson bike. It's their life. They're free. They're, aggressive a little bit. They're this kind of, not afraid of anything. And that's Harley Davidson is part of their identity. Once you become part of the identity, that's it. Your life is sorted as a brand. But you need to always keep up with that. Then difficult times, people will still go and buy. They'll never, during COVID, they haven't changed. They still are Harley Davidson people. What brand is this? Apple, yeah. Can you see how strong the identity is? All it says hello again on the black and hello on the white. So the visual also, the visual aspect, the consistency in that, the weight structure, it straight away immediately says it's Apple. Or you can be identified through the products. Lego, right? Lego. That you could be creative by using just simple cubes like that. Or, again, Apple product, the evolution of its product, but still staying to the same DNA. That's the identity. That's really, it's consistency. It's really alignment of everything under one idea. Who am I? And the positioning, I'll go very quickly, is that differentiator. Very difficult exercise to do, really. But once you find your differentiator, your niche, your true differentiator that your customers love, your life becomes the flowers. And you stay true to that, it's amazing what it does. Your social media campaigns, your everything, your marketing, your new products, it becomes so much easier to make decisions. Because if you don't know all of that, then when you take any social media campaign or any piece of communication, you judge it by how you feel. Do I like this color or I don't like this color? Do I like this shape or I don't like this shape? And that's not building a brand. 1,000 songs in your pocket. When everyone was talking about the size of MP3 players and so on, The guy said it's 1,000 songs in your pocket. As simple as that. You might like Apple, you might hate it, doesn't matter. One of the cash-rich companies in the world. The whole new idea with AR glasses, new era again. Very, very strong differentiator. Innovation, creativity, simplicity. Think different, like they used to say. They stopped that, I think, now. Brands are built from insights. All departments need to be involved. Brand is a very important asset. Please always allocate good budgets for the branding exercise and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Learn about your brand that you work for and see how your purpose, your values connect. Enjoy, make your team enjoy it. Honestly, once you know it and live it and enjoy it, your life is so much easier. Thank you very much. Sorry for rushing through it like that.